Welcome back to final round coverage, back 9 of the 2023 National Amateur Disc Golf Tour Xanafil Premier Tour event over here at the Appling International Disc Golf Center. Beautiful weekend for these competitors. They are almost to the clubhouse, 9 holes to go, and we have a battle on our hands with Davidson McMurray up ahead by 2 strokes over Marshall Eippert after 9 holes this final round. I am your host, Philo Brathwaite. Make sure to give us a follow over on Instagram. There are your results. Sawyer and Logan battling it out for third. Those 2 guys have been going back and forth. Davidson McMurray trying to kick things off here. Solid drive at hole 10. Fairway right. Solid shot. Marshall waving this towards the basket, catches a late tree. A little early burn over there from Sawyer. Gets a nice flare. That late tree sends him backwards in the wrong direction. Logan. Ooh, a little Yankee, but some tree direct back into the fairway. That may have saved him. Here's Logan's second. Going to the technical anhyzer and somehow fights most of the way through. Still got some work left. Sawyer's second play. Fights his way through the trees. Marshall makes progress, but still got a little work left to do here. Davidson firing. Unfortunately catches that definer down there in the center of the fairway. Logan. Solid. Smart play there from Davidson. Just chuck it up under the basket, take your par, move on. Marshall's got some work left here. Lengthy run. Hard to count all those in the basket. Sawyer. Ooh, nice line. Catching some cage. Logan. Just a little bit on the strong side. Splash out. Disappointing way to start this final 9 holes with a bogey. Marshall going to try to collect himself here and knock this in. Doesn't want to cough up an extra stroke. Able to send it home. Same for Sawyer. And par for Davidson. Over to hole 11. Super technical turnover drive. Got to get it up high into the window and just let that thing continue to bend to the right. And this is unraveling a little early for Davidson. Gonna have a lengthy up and down. Let's see if Marshall can find the line. There it is. Gets it up into the window. Gets it turning right. Does it have enough air? Does not. Comes down on edge and a little bit of knurl. Sawyer Barlow. Playing the hyzer flip. Will it flip enough? It does not. Not the worst kick and stop, though. Logan Burrow opting for the hyzer. from the sidearm and gets a nice skip. Looking like the best drive of the bunch. Sawyer giving a bid with the flick, running it a little deep. Marshall with the long range bid. Tried to flip it in there. Solid effort. And that kid's got some good potential there. Love the way he shapes his putts up. Davidson opting for the smart par. No stress there. Solid putt for par there from Sawyer after blowing by the basket with his approach. That's a confidence booster right there. Par for Logan. Should be a pretty routine putt here for Marshall. Definitely want to take your time and give it its full attention. And they all get out of there with pars. Now a true test comes up for these competitors. Hole 12. So technical, split fairway. Everybody's taking the right one. Got to throw something narrow, straight, skinny. Hopefully that doesn't happen. And if it does, pokes through to the other fairway. Not sure that happened for Davidson. Marshall. Hard to say if that made it all the way back to the fairway. Let's see if Sawyer can find the line. There we go. Nice little hyzer stand up. That's the tree you want to miss. Keep pushing straight. Oh, that's not so bad. Solid effort. Nice looking line. That's beautiful. Let's see how the finish is. Similar reaction, but kind of jumps into the tree line. Going to be tricky from there. Marshall had a swing. Oh, this is making beautiful progression down the fairway. Nice shot there. There's some experience showing up. Let's see what Davidson McMurray's going to do from kind of buried. Smart play there just to get out of jail, back into the fairway. I like what he's thinking. Here we are with Sawyer, able to step out and play the sidearm. Let's see which fairway he goes for. Going for the left fairway. All right, lines it up nicely. He's going to like that look. Logan. May have burned that over a bit much, heading back into the jungle. Davidson's third. Playing out towards the right fairway. Oh, caught a tree, and that's a really good kick. That second one back down in the center of the fairway. Opportunity to get up and down, save his par. Couple of nice tree kicks there for Logan. Keep him on the fairway. Sawyer. Opportunity here. That had a lot of action. Hyzer to flip, kicks off a tree, crosses over the fairway, and I don't know, probably a little further than circle 2, I believe. That's a nice looking swing from Davidson. Does it miss it all? It does. Beautiful play from Davidson McMurray. 964 rated player out of Lawrence, South Carolina. Putting the pressure on this man right here, Marshall. 966 rated player out of Milford, Ohio. Beautiful play there from Logan. Marshall still in trouble. Got to get out of jail here and get close. Utilizing all the tools. We've seen sidearm rollers, sidearms, backhand plays. Great putting. Sawyer from range. Oh, just not high enough. Great line once again. Beautiful par there from Logan. 93 career events for Logan, 17 wins. Biggest win at the River City Open, A-tier win last year out in Michigan. Here, that's a pretty big one on the schedule. That's a good pickup, and big par save there for Marshall. Especially with the way that Davidson played this hole. Just a tap in here. Early trouble, but way to salvage the hole for par for Davidson. That was well done by the fellas. Nicely done, guys. Over to hole 13. Davidson catches one of those trees down there and ends up behind it about halfway down. Big sweeping right turn. All players probably going to opt for the sidearm. Really does open up for the sidearm play here. The backhand, so technical. Looks like Sawyer opting for that play. Heiser to flip. He's got it moving right. Will it miss all the trees? Does not. Ends up on the high right side. A little tricky approach into the green from there. Can Logan find the line? Starts out looking good. Gets a healthy flare skip, but a bit short up there with Sawyer. Davidson now. Technical little sidearm play. That was well done from Davidson McMurray. Logan. Oh, catches one of the little ghost trees and brutal kick there for Logan. Sawyer trying to get creative himself. Little tomahawk and get it on its top and slide maybe. And that's what he does. Looks like he's inside circle one. After the bad kick, Logan for par. Catches some more tree and heads the wrong direction. Marshall, lengthy birdie. Unable to connect, running out of holes. But there's still plenty of difficult ones to come. Not out of it yet, but that certainly doesn't help. First, kind of got a maker that he's missed this round. Solid par there for Sawyer Barlow. Logan's been getting ping-ponged around a bit, and he's going to pick up a bogey. Disappointing, I'm sure. Had a really nice-looking drive and got punished on the approach. This tap-in par here for Davidson, I believe. Able to connect. Maintain that two-stroke advantage. It's actually going to go to 3 now because Marshall's 3-putting. This should be for bogey. They'll head on over to the difficult 14th.
Air Spectrum is Prodigy's new line of premium lightweight discs in the mid-range, fairway, and distance driver models. You can now get beautiful bursts of color no matter your preferred weight. Bag one today at prodigydisc.com.
Here we are, hole 14, difficult drive, super narrow fairway. Davidson unable to find the line. Barlow's next, trying to play that Heiser flip. Will it drift in time? It does. That's not going to hurt him at all. Nicely done. Big moment for Marshall, trying to bleed that one from left to right, and that's a good kick there. Get you back to the right, into the center of the fairway. Good break there for Marshall. Logan, that's the line you like to see. Low and tight. Heiser should get a nice little forward skip. Oh, catches one of the last trees on the way out. Not too punishing from there, honestly. Davidson trying to make something happen from the sidearm. That's a good place to end up from that second shot. Made some progression back in the fairway. Should be able to fire that up the hill. Marshall's second play. Trying to get that thing to move left and does so nicely. In position. Davidson's third. Up on top to the fairway. Logan's second play. Flexing the sidearm around the corner. Ooh, not quite enough. Ends up right side fairway. Still got some work to do. Sawyer, a little pinched off here. Going to have to go patent pending. Good hyzer on that. Should get him back up to the fairway, and it does. That was a nice rip with the flick from Logan. Not quite enough distance to have a clean look, but did make good progression up the fairway. Sawyer, same. That's much better. He's going to like that, ladies and gentlemen. Routine putt there. Davidson, big moment. Oh, that first one may have helped, but that second one didn't. Long approach and putt here for Davidson. Advantage now goes to this man, Marshall. If he can get up and down, he's going to gain a stroke. That's a tester. We'll see what happens. Logan still in trouble. Going to have to try to fight his way through these little baby trees onto the green. Beautiful touch. Davidson didn't even take a stab at the chains. Opts just to chuck it under the basket. Keeping things in front of him under his control. Sticking to the game plan. I believe if Marshall makes this, he'd only gain one stroke. And he's unable to capitalize. Frustrating for Marshall. Par. Oh. Solid par there for Logan. Par is a good score here at 14. It's so easy to pick up bogey or worse. Get off the rails here, get off the fairways a couple of times, and big birdie there for Sawyer Barlow. Not too often you're going to see that happen out here on hole 14. Unfortunate bogey pickup, but only losing one stroke to Marshall. Playing a little chess out here, is he? On the box, hole 15, Sawyer. Not too bad. Very, very technical. As is most of this course out here at W.R. Jackson. Not too many straightforward shots, but a beautiful shot there from Marshall. He's going to like that. Logan drips down to the bottom. Big play here for Davidson. Ooh, early turnover. A little too much yank. A little tied up too on the landing. Throw and pray, and unfortunately he's going to catch another one. Still got some work to do. The basket's beyond that cameraman up on top of the hill. Third shot now. You have to be careful not to whack his hand on that tree in the follow-through. Good swing. A lot of trees between he and the basket, and seems like he's found another. Sawyer. Disc is headed the wrong direction, but it's still in the air. That's going to be difficult to get up and down. Logan. That'll happen to you out here. This is a pretty treacherous par 4. Lots to contend with. Very narrow alleys to get down towards the green. Marshall having a hard time himself. Logan again. And it's caught an edge and running down the hill. Believe he's over there with Sawyer somewhere. Davidson now trying to fight his way. Catches another one, having a hard time making 100 feet at a time. That might have been a really good tree kick there from Marshall. I think that was going to pick up some extra footage. Logan still chopping his way down. Beautiful touch once again with the sidearm. Not the easiest thing to do. Sawyer. Able to find a window and fires it up to the green. Skips outside circle 1. Not a bad play. Trying to salvage the hole. Davidson, no putt. I believe that might be a double big putt here for Marshall. Chains out, doing everything he can to fight his way back into this tie. Slides out the right side. Sawyer. Cash money for par. That's a heck of a scramble. Such a difficult hole. Sawyer's really gaining some strokes here. Bogey for Marshall, but I do imagine Davidson's going to make double, so he should be picking up another one. Getting interesting here. Final 3 holes, final round. There it is. Double bogey for Davidson. Tight battle up on top. Sawyer still on the box. Very technical par 3. That looked like a pretty good shot. Should be a putt, and it is. Sawyer trying to make a push here. Logan hung that one up a bit. Gonna be a ways away. Still makes it onto the shelf where the basket is, but lengthy putt. Marshall. Heiser to flip. Does it turn enough? It does indeed. Putt for Marshall. Can Davidson drop a dime on this par 3? Nice high anhyzer, slow drift, and late tree once again. He's been playing very conservative all around, so I imagine he'll just do this here, chuck it up under the basket, take his 3. Logan with a respectable look, bid for birdie. Nice touch. Good pace. Marshall to knot it up. Chain out again, strong side, and it can run away from you over there. Hopefully that checked up for him. Had a lot of heat on that putt. Sawyer for another birdie. Really come alive here on the back 9, Sawyer Barlow. Lowest rated player on the card, 937. Really picking things up here on the back 9. Really the least experienced player of the bunch. Clean up par there for Logan. Unable to capitalize on the solid drive. It has been the Sawyer Barlow show this back nine on the box at 17. Super difficult hyzer flip. Drifting a little bit, but making fantastic progression nonetheless. Little bit of unfortunate kick there. There is kind of a side fairway out here, especially this time of year. All the trees haven't filled all the way out. Just never know. I think that's kind of what Logan was going for. Try to get to that right side. There is a little side alley there. Marshall playing the traditional line. If you do finish up and to the left, that's not so bad. Things tend to open up a little bit more, high and left. And that's not what you need. If that keeps going, that might not be the worst kick at it. Oh, there is out of bounds over there. Ooh, brutal kick there for Davidson. Punishing kick. Out of bounds, out of bounds. That's going to be hard to recover for from a Davidson. Just had it going for a minute, but double punished here at 17. Able to sneak past that tree and get near top of the hill. Ooh, that's a tough one for Logan. Caddy trying to keep him positive. Still got an opportunity with this sidearm game to crest the hill and give himself a scrambled bogey. There he is up top. See if he can get up and down. Well, now Marshall just needs to play conservative here. His closest competitor is kind of blown up here with 2 holes to play. See if he can scramble up a par. Solid drive from Sawyer. He's really come to life here on this back nine. Just barely at the top of the hill. Little turnover play to get onto the green. Could salvage a par here. That'd be a huge par. This is a great 4, no matter who's playing it. That's a nice shot there from Sawyer. Going to give himself a chance. Marshall now. It's got to play clean here. Fires a nice tight and little flex shot with a forehand. Gets himself onto the green. That should give him a par and a little bit of breathing room coming in on hole 18. Difficult par 5. Anything still could happen. But with back-to-back out-of-bounds strokes for this young man, Davidson, probably going to be tough to recover from. Logan trying to scrape something up, displaying the nice touch with the sidearm once again. A little bump and run into the green, mitigating a putt. Sawyer Barlow for another fantastic hole. Gotta love it. Great par. Really came to life here. 1 hole to go. Can he finish it off? Solid par for Marshall. That's exactly what he needed under the circumstances. Closest competition running into some trouble. Tapping in for, I believe, a 7. There it is. Ouch. Big swing there. Now tied for second. Sawyer's got all the mo right now. Let's see what happens. Final hole. Hole 18. Difficult par 5. Up and over the hill. Through the trees and to the clubhouse. Gets across the gorge, but does drift off to the right for Sawyer. Logan now. See if he gets clean through the gauntlet. That's a good kick across the way on the fairway. Marshall. Just needs a clean one here. Playing a little hyzer to flip and slide up the left side. Not the worst. In play. Davidson. That's a clean looking shot. Oh, but that's typically what happens when you throw a clean and beautiful looking drive here at 18. Always seems to happen. Catch one of those trees in the middle. That's a nice sidearm there from Davidson McMurray. Gets himself back into the fairway. See how things shake out here. Anything could happen on 18. There's still a lot of trees between these competitors in the basket. Sawyer gets himself back into the fairway, I believe. Big play here for Marshall. Don't want to see this one cut rolling into the woods. That could really ramp up the anxiety trying to get it into the clubhouse here. Logan to the sidearm once again and exiting stage right. Solid play there from Sawyer back into the fairway. Davidson trying to thread the needle. That's a pretty good shot there. He's going to stay in the middle. Pretty routine up and down from there. Have to wait and see if Marshall finds some trouble to make things interesting. For now, we got Logan back to the sidearm action, trying to navigate this last fairway. Not too bad. Lengthy bid with his putting. He might have a good shot at that. Sawyer to cap off a fantastic 9-hole run. Punches his way through all the trees and has a downhill look to make a shot. Final putt of the round. Really capped this final 9 off. Fantastic run. And think about where he started this day. Leaders were at 13, and I think he had a 5-6 stroke deficit coming into this final round to catch up to Davidson. That's quite a feat. Davidson trying to make a big putt. Unable to hit. That's the first putt he's really run in some holes. Yeah, the wind is out of the sails of Logan Burrow, unable to get enough pace on that. And putt of the tournament here for Marshall. If he can knock this in, it is game over for show.
Let's go!
That's the way to do it in style. Big birdie on hole 18. Marshall Eippert going to be your winner out here in the Appling, Georgia, excuse me. Ah, that would have been a fantastic way to end the round for Sawyer. See if he can smash this in. That's a nice putt there for bogey. Heck of a round, though. Heck of a final 9. Got to tip the cap to Sawyer. Logan with a strong par putt. Davidson McMurray should be tapping in. Believe bogey? Par, excuse me. Strong effort there from Davidson. Good sportsmanship all around from the lads. Tough course to take down on a final round, I should say. W.R. Jackson is a beast. Here's how it all shook out. Looks like someone from a chase card. Daniel Powell caught up.
Good luck, man.
Looks like we're going to have a playoff. Do it, guys. Two competitors back to hole 1, I believe.
Advanced division.
Dave
Tied
Felber
at 9
calling it
under
out.
After 3 rounds at the Jackson course. At 9 under, with the hot round, 3 under on the Jackson longs. Let's welcome to the tee, Mr. Daniel Powell.
Just when you thought it was all over, there's still other competitors. Chase card tracking down the leaders, gaining some strokes on folks.
Teeing off second, also at 9 under.
Tree there for
Let's
Daniel.
Marshall Eippert.
See if Marshall can keep the heat alive. Had that fantastic birdie at 18 to get him into position to be tied, or he would have lost. He was at 8 under. That big birdie final hole really gave him a chance to be in this playoff, and let's see if he can capitalize. Had a pretty healthy lead over Daniel coming into this final round. That's another good kick there for Marshall. Man, that really saved him from some massive trouble. Going to be in the fairway. Opportunity and some distance advantage here over Daniel. That's probably going to do it. Marshall's got a pretty good swing. Nice looking lie. Just has to make really good progression. If he can get up into circle 2 even, that's going to be a huge advantage, and that's right where he's at. He's got to get up and down, does Daniel, now to keep this playoff alive. Swinging the sidearm, making good distance. All right, tester putt for the win. Marshall, circle 2 putt, I believe, somewhere around there, maybe circle's edge. Caddy giving him a little nudge of encouragement. Chucks it up there, putting the pressure on Daniel. And that's going to be it. 1-hole playoff for Marshall Eippert.
Your 2023 NADGT Premier Tour at International Disc Golf
Big
Center,
sigh of
presented by
relief for
Prodigy.
victory. Marshall
MA1 champion
grinding
after
it
a
out
playoff.
against all the
Marshall
competitors
Eippert.
this weekend out here in Georgia.
Thank you, dude.
It's official. There's the trophy.
Thank you. Thank you to my sponsors, Hazy Shade, and thank you to everybody who supports me. I really appreciate it. This means the world to me, and I look forward to playing in a Pro Tour event one day. Thank you.
We hope you guys enjoyed this awesome coverage, from Ace Run Pro Productions and Gatekeeper Media. Big shout out and thanks to Prodigy Discs for presenting this tournament. See you guys soon for more National Amateur Disc Golf Tour Series events in the very near future. Thanks for watching, everybody. Click to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.